first off, I want to say we brought the end of the world back here with us.
Oh my God, again? My cult is gonna be so pissed. I told him we had until 2019.
We have until Monday.
The clock is moving!
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. We're Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Half God, Half Zilla, with my co-host.
This is Eli, aka Miles Delicious.
Okay, I don't even know what that means. I'm scared, but I'm pretty sure it's a reference to something else. So yeah, we're back.
Just don't you forget it.
I don't think I can. I think it's burned in my memory. Yeah, so we're back with another episode, and yeah, we're just gonna keep on trucking. This is actually like the last week of this. No, this is the first month. We're in August now. We're in August, right? So grab your checks and come on. I'm not gonna sing Bone, but anyway, we're the first month here. So since we're talking about the last week, shit didn't happen last week, so it's gonna be boring episodes. Everybody, good night, everybody. But we'll talk about some bullshit right now. Eli, I'm gonna let you lead off with this because we actually had a bunch of deaths that just happened. So I'll let you start with it first because I don't. Well, I know this guy, but
Okay.
I'll let you carry.
Who are we talking about first?
We're talking about Wilfred Brimley, which I forgot to make a point, but oh well, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Wilfred Brimley. Yeah.
Yes. Rest in peace, Wilfred Brimley. The diabetes guy.
It's a shame that he's known as a meme now, you know.
Yeah, the Quaker Oats guy. I know him from The Thing. And
He was in the Thing.
Yes,
Okay.
Blair. The Blair Thing. He was the final boss. He was the climactic battle. He was the final form that Kurt Russell had to take out at the end of the movie. So classic, one of my favorite movies of all time, favorite horror movies of all time. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in Cocoon as well. I remember from Cocoon. It's funny.
That's what I remember from Cocoon more than anything else. And he looked the
Yeah.
exact same Cocoon as he did now. So
Yeah, because he was 85 years. First of all, I didn't know he was still alive, which is sad. Second of all, he was 85, only 85. I thought he was 85 like 30 years ago.
Well, see, here's the crazy thing about it. He was like 50 in Cocoon.
Yeah.
So if you make the comparison, Robert Downey Jr. was older than him in Endgame than he was in Cocoon. This modern aging. I guess people don't age anymore.
Yeah,
So I guess that's how it is.
And he was also in that shitty Ewok movie that came out after Return of the Jedi. I don't know if anybody remembers the shitty Star Wars Ewok movies that they put out for a while. He was in one of them. People want to shit on The Last Jedi, but no, the Ewoks movies are way worse. So
yeah, that's the thing. If George Lucas comes out and says this movie doesn't exist anymore, that should tell you how bad the movie is.
Yeah. He's just been in a bunch of character actor. He's been in so many movies. Wilfred Brimley. Wasn't he on the Waltons or something like that TV show?
Not the Waltons, but I think he had another show that was like a Waltons ripoff.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Because I knew he had like a bunch of soap opera actresses in there and stuff like that. So that's all I remember from that. So
like westerns and shit. And
wasn't it Lonesome Dove? Lonesome Dove was in it.
Maybe that's what it was. China Syndrome. Yeah, he's just had one of those guys, one of those actors.
And then he did the diabetes commercials, and then that was it. I'm gonna just collect his check, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
So
rest in peace. Good journey to Wilfred Brimley, aka Blair Thing.
And next one, I'll be honest with you, Eli. I've never even heard of this person before, but I'll let you go from that. So we got I'll let you take over from there.
Okay, director Alan Parker. Yes, he directed Pink Floyd The Wall, cult classic. Mississippi Burning.
See that movie gave me traumatic. It was like one of those movies I saw when I was like really, really young. and watching it like really fucked me up. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. What else did he do? A really good movie called The Commitments, which is a favorite of mine. It came out in the 90s. It's about this Irish band. They play soul covers, Motown covers, and they're in like this small town. They kind of tour small towns in Ireland, and it's really funny. And it's just about the life of this band and the shit that they go through. And if because I've been in bands, I always related to it, and I thought it was kind of funny. But what else is he? Oh, Angel Heart. There you go.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what you sent me, Angel Heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
So explain what Angel Heart is.
Angel Heart's fucked up. It's a really creepy.
You made a bunch of fucked up movies, so
creepy horror terror flick. Robert De Niro and Mickey Rourke. I guess they're beefing now for some shit. I don't know. But yeah, this is when they back in their prime 80s. Lisa Bonet gets naked in Angel Heart. So
and I think they got it kicked off Cosby Show for that or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, Angel Heart is really creepy. It's Mickey Rourke is his private.
Wasn't that movie rated X or NC-17 or something?
Maybe
I think so. I think it was banned in theaters.
Yeah, I saw it on video, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really creepy. It deals with voodoo, and they go to the South and Louisiana, and there's like a voodoo cult and shit. Funny story. My nephew, I watched it late one night, and earlier that evening, my nephew like wiped out on his bike and got a bloody nose.
Mm-hmm.
And after I watched this movie, it was all like, it was probably like 1 a.m. I turn off the lights. I go into the bathroom, flick on the light, and the sink was just splashed in blood, and it like freaked me. Like right after watching this movie, that's what I go and I'm like, whoa. And it was, of course, my nephew's blood, his bloody nose got all over the place. But I always remember that was pretty creepy. A little creepy story about Angel
crazy
Heart.
You associate that to Angel Heart. So
yeah. But
I just remember it was that movie on HBO I had to watch when my parents went to sleep. That's all.
Yeah, so Angel Heart's a really cool like horror flick, creepy horror flick with naked Lisa Bonet. So, rest in peace to Alan Parker. He made so many other movies. I can't think of them all, but yeah, another auteur has makes his journey.
So crazy. And as for now, the last death we're going to talk about is this was a crazy one. I want to say how crazy this is. So first want to say rest in peace to Herman Cain. So, wrong picture. My fault. Wrong picture. I meant to put a different picture up. But anyway, yeah. So rest in peace to Herman Cain. He's in the background, whatever. So point is, I'm trying to make with Herman Cain is that if anybody haven't heard about what Herman Cain happened, is that first off, Trump had a rally. His first rally he had like in 4 or 5 months, but like they decided to have it in Tulsa, Oklahoma on June 19th. Because he never heard of Juneteenth before. So because of that, he decided to, I'm going to just do it on a different day and decided to go down there also. And then while they're doing that, people saying you don't need to have masks. Maskless like a political thing. For some reason, people think
a hoax and shit.
Right, it's a hoax. It's made up by the government, whatever. Herman Cain was leading the charge on that. He was leading the charge on that. Basically, he had hashtag Blacks for Trump. You don't need masks. Fuck masks, stuff like that. So he had taken pictures at the rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma with no mask on, which I have the picture of it. I don't have it up right now, whatever. So that happens. About 2-3 weeks later, then all of a sudden he started getting sick, started getting COVID, passed away from COVID. So basically he died from the main thing they told him not to do. Why? Because he was following Donald Trump, going around telling people that they don't need masks. So here's my thing. What I'm trying to tell, point I'm trying to make with everybody is, stop trying to politicize this stuff. This stuff is real. COVID is real. COVID is on the rise. People are dying left and right from doing stupid shit. Now, rest in peace to Herman Cain and everybody else that did that. But at the same time, they're telling you all this stuff for a reason. Don't just throw your life away just for no reason, especially when you already have health issues. So that's all I got to say on that. And I know people are going to get pissed on me about why am I talking about, Herman Cain, mention him. Why didn't I mention, like John Lewis that also passed this week? Or why did I talk about, Medgar Evers' brother Charles over the past this week? Guess what, motherfucker? I just did. So, yeah. Next topic.
Yeah.
No demons.
I ain't saying shit.
Right. No demon sperm. Let's just jump on those. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's talk about demon sperm. Let's talk about demon sperm for a
Yeah.
second. Why not?
It reminds me of the X-Files, so fuck it.
Right. Ask if your doctor. Well, 4 out of 5 doctors recommend demon sperm. Notice how everybody's looking at it right now. Now, the funny thing about this doctor is because Trump basically saying he found a cure for COVID-19, and it's through that weird Clorox drug, bleach drug, whatever it is. Drink bleach. That's what it is right there. And apparently, this doctor is saying that she believes in it and she has the cure for COVID. She's cured 200 patients, whatever like that, which is utter complete bullshit.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Eli. Now, people were
and
going
just
crazy.
call her at 1-800 Miss Cleo.
Right. Because that's what I want to talk about this, because the thing that's saying that she's saying she did, and the way the media is talking about her and all the stuff she did, like she's talking about alien DNA, and she's talking about sex with demons and stuff like that. Eli, I just did some digging on her. She's actually way worse than what we thought she was. So
is she a demon?
She's not a demon. She's not a demon, but she's a fucking cult leader. Like I actually, like, some reason I went to this rabbit hole on Twitter one time. I followed her Twitter page. I clicked on her YouTube page, and I fell asleep while watching her YouTube page. I have nightmares, Eli.
That sounds like a shitty night. Yeah.
Right. Because when you're so tired you can't really like click off the remote, so you just, especially on YouTube, so you just let it play. That was the fuck happened. So she's just talking about all this weird shit and stuff like that, and doing all this chanting and talking about she's a what the fuck did she say she was? A fire something. Fire, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I get what she's saying about the sex demons. I'm not going to convert anybody saying what she was talking about the sex demon, but I get what she was talking about the sex demons. Basically, she's based talking about like the incubus and the succubus. We've heard about that shit before, right? Myth, they invade your dreams, get into you, whatever.
I'm a metalhead. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a metalhead. I just know that shit.
Many bands are like named after that shit.
Right. So that's basically what she was talking about. But the thing was, she was using like Bible verses to say, no, this shit is real. I'm like, oh, she actually believes in this shit. Okay, yeah, she's fucking nuts, And the demon, not the demon, the alien DNA and all this shit like that, she's saying they have. And I'm thinking like alien DNA that they're using that to cure diseases. Like, that's the fucking first season of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
that's the whole fucking plot of the X-Files.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everything she's saying, like, did she just stay up one night and watch, I don't know, Nick at Night or some shit? Or, Disney Plus, just like, damn, that's a good ass episode. I bet you that shit is true, So she just decided to go out and just do this shit. But she's a doctor. She's experimenting on people doing. Is she like some kind of mad scientist? Does she have do we need to investigate her a little bit more?
If it wasn't so hilarious, it'd be fucking terrifying.
That's what I'm saying, Eli. This is my whole point. Somebody needs to have a pen and paper right now and write down every fucking thing that has happened in 2020. Because in 2021 and 2022, we're gonna forget this shit. And we're gonna tell our grandkids about this shit. They're like, no fucking way that shit happened. Like, yes, all this shit happened.
Trump will be the president that endorsed a fucking nutcase witch doctor fucking cult leader.
Right.
To get people to go to his rallies so he could get reelected and shit.
Right. People are dying left and right at his rallies.
Yeah. So hey, I need some nut job to tell him it's safe.
Right. Oh man, what a world we live in, man. Okay. Now, while we're going on that, I just want to briefly. I watched the TV show. I know you didn't watch it, but I watched.
No, I did not. Yeah.
I know you have your qualms about that, and I get into the reason why you have your qualms about not watching this. But the thing I watched this weekend, and I watched this whole weekend, was Umbrella Academy. Season 2, it finally dropped this weekend. The reason I watched it, and I had to watch this weekend, because anytime you watch something on Netflix and it's a TV show, you're on the clock, you're on a timer, because you have to hurry up and watch the show and finish it before assholes on social media spoil every single thing about it.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah. Because that's what assholes do on there. Can we talk? I'm just gonna briefly talk about the origins of my fault. I mean, spoiler. The Umbrella Academy, and also the reason why Eli hates this show.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said,
you can.
I know you're gonna jump in on this part anyway. Hopefully, if you don't. Anyway, Umbrella Academy, for those that don't know, like I said, it's Comic Bullies. This is a comic book show. Umbrella Academy is a comic book adaptation. And it was made by Eli's boy, Gerard Way. And for those that
That
know,
hot little bitch. Ooh, look at that hot little bitch.
he looks like a guy that writes comics. So, and for those that don't know, he is actually one of the singers or in the middle of the band of My Chemical Romance. So I did not know that. I didn't know that was a thing. Apparently, he was writing comics before the band blew up, and it just blew up out of him. And he actually writes more than just Umbrella Academy. He writes a bunch of stuff also, because you want to notice that Umbrella Academy seems kind of familiar. I mean, stop me if you heard this before. It's about this eccentric billionaire who gets a bunch of teenagers and adopts them and lives in their house, and they'll have these strange and insane powers, and they fight the bad guys. Sound familiar? Yeah, sounds like X-Men.
Yeah, it's emo X-Men.
But here's the thing:
isn't X-Men already emo though? So what's the point?
Right? I mean, but it all comes from a different place, because this thing I'm about to drop a knowledge bomb on everybody. So yes, Umbrella Academy does sound like X-Men, but guess what? Not only is Umbrella Academy a ripoff of X-Men, X-Men is a ripoff of Doom Patrol. Mm-hmm. So it all comes from the same place. X-Men is a complete ripoff of Doom Patrol. It's the same thing. It's a eccentric billionaire, got a bunch of teenagers with superpowers and blah blah blah. That's why you watch Uncanny. You're like, I've seen this before. And a lot of people think like Doom Patrol is just a ripoff of X-Men. No, it's the exact opposite. X-Men is a ripoff of Doom Patrol.
Let me take a guess.
Mm-hmm.
They travel in time.
That's exactly what they do. No, hold on. Are you fucking with me, Eli? Are you fucking with me?
Of course.
Okay.
No, I know. I'm serious. They travel in time, do they?
They travel in time. That's the entire episode. They travel in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the trailer. I saw them like in the past. So I'm like, oh, they're doing that. You know.
I mean, that's the thing right now.
They're doing that too. You know.
You're doing it also. Well, Doom Patrol isn't technically. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is time traveling. Time traveling is a thing right now. Everybody's time traveling right now. Once in game, unpop that cork. It's just fucking. It's just overseas.
Or Doctor Who, or X-Men.
Doctor Who, Legends of Tomorrow, whatever. And I'll talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being a Legends of Tomorrow ripoff also, but we talk about that later on. Right now, we're talking about Doom Patrol. No, Umbrella Academy.
You know who hasn't done time travel?
Who?
Star Wars.
Not yet. Not yet. It's coming. Some idiot's going to be like, you know what? We haven't done it. Somebody listening to this podcast is going to be like, Kathleen Kennedy, like, these guys are fucking geniuses.
Yeah. That's okay. Once Kevin Feige takes over, that's what we're doing. We're going back in time.
Exactly.
Okay, Baby Yoda, open up the time portal.
Whatever weird shit he's going to do. Anyway, let's talk about Umbrella Academy. I'm going to just give a quick recap of what happened, or a quick review of what I thought about the episode, the whole season. First off, season 2 is like 100% way better than the season 1. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is about season 2, which is way better, but it just grabbed you like immediately. Like the first 10 minutes of the episode, you're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? And so it lets you know exactly what season 2 is about. Like I said, time travel, blah blah blah. And the whole season pretty much is set up about what they go on from there. And like I said, you get. Now, if you've seen what the Umbrella Academy looks like, you've seen the post of them. They all look like basically like a JCPenney ad. You got somebody black, you got somebody Asian, you got somebody Mexican, you're gay, blah blah blah, whatever like that. So
they got a monkey too.
They killed him anyway.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Oh, or half a monkey, whatever. Actually, no, they meet the monkey in time travel. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yes, there's a monkey in there. But the point is, okay. Now, we know as far as time travel, and any time travel show that we ever see, it's always the same thing. Time travel is only fun if you're a white man. If you're anything but a straight white man, time travel sucks. That's the trope in any TV or movie episode you ever see. So the thing is, like I said, since everybody in Umbrella Academy is basically a JCPenney ad.
As long as they go in the past, right?
Wait, JCPenney went out of business. We can't use that thing anyway. Never mind. Another victim of COVID. But they went in the past.
Yeah, because I don't think white folks want to go in the future.
I see. I didn't think about it the opposite way. Planet of the Apes. Okay. Anyway, what we talking about? Yeah. All right. So, like I said, everybody, so since you got, a black member, you got a gay member, you got a woman member, you got whatever. So you got all these crazy situations you're going to back in the 60s. You know, so you got these deep themes that you're dealing with while they're dealing with, you know, the main plot of what's going on. But of course, you're going to deal with racism, you're going to deal with sexism, you're going to deal with homophobia, you're going to deal with McCarthyism, you're going to deal with cultism, because we keep talking about cult leaders. One of the members of the team become a cult leader, you know, because for some reason back in the 60s with the hippies and shit like that, everybody was starting cults, whatever, you know, it was a thing.
Yeah.
What else they deal with? Yeah, just all kind of stuff that was going on. Anything you can think of, that's what the show was like briefly dealing about. But the thing is, you take all these people and you drop them in these situations, but guess what? They have superpowers. For instance, the black character on the team. Of course, she goes in the 60s. She marries a civil rights leader. So, you know, back in the civil rights, you know, they were trying to do nonviolent protests. She's like, first time she was like, cool, that's okay. Next time she's like, nah, fuck that. I'm using my powers. You know, and
What kind of power she got? She ain't got electricity, does it? Does she?
No, she's the one black superhero that doesn't have electricity powers. Now, why is that a trope? I have no idea, but yeah, that's the thing. But nah, her powers is that she can just mind control you, some shit like that. You know, that's what she does. So, and that's the thing. And the thing I like about this season versus last season is that even though, like I said, everybody's, you know, black and Asian and Mexican, whatever like that, they actually really feel like a real family. Like they bicker with each other, they argue with each other, they fight with each other, they got each other's back all the time. So the chemistry with the cast is like really, really there. Everybody's favorite cast member who just steals the show every time is number 5. Everybody loves number 5. That guy is such a good actor. You forget that he's like a 16-year-old kid, because he's playing a 60-year-old in a 16-year-old kid body. So you forget about that, but when he's playing it, you just don't even think about it at the time. So that's what I love about the show. So they really went there. I did a quick, brief like recap and read on what the comic was about. A bunch of shit they changed, a bunch of stuff that kind of stayed the same. For the most part, this is kind of based on like the second trade of the comic, which you know was called Dallas. And like I said, they try and travel back in time in Dallas, back in 1963, 10 days before Kennedy gets shot. You know,
okay.
So they have, you know, reservations about stuff. And it was weird because, like I said, the name of the show is Umbrella Academy, and the main guy walks around with an umbrella. And I didn't realize this, the day that Kennedy got shot on the grassy knoll, there was a guy standing there with an umbrella.
Yeah.
So you knew that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My dad lived in Texas for a while. I went to the Conspiracy Museum in Dallas, right on the grassy knoll.
I didn't know there was a conspiracy museum.
Yeah, and that talks about, oh yeah, it's fucking crazy, but yeah,
and that's what this show does. Like I said, it throws all kind of conspiracy. Oh, this would really happen with Kennedy. Because I mean, if you're gonna make a season about Kennedy, why not throw in some crazy ass conspiracy theories? So they're trying to say that the guy with the umbrella was, you know, with them.
Okay, and again, it reminds me of X-Files. The X-Files did the same shit.
Right, they do the same shit. So
Cancer Man, cigarette smoking man, was the guy who shot Kennedy on the X-Files.
Oh, they did that? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, and the X-Men, I think they said no. The Magneto didn't kill him. Magneto tried to save him, but whatever.
Oh yeah. He tried to curve the bullet or something.
Some shit. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if you don't hate My Chemical Romance, this show is for you. And if you sort of kind of like X-Men, this show is for you also. So I really liked it. I do think it's a better show than Doom Patrol, because Doom Patrol is on season 2 right now. Doom Patrol is like, it's getting me, but it's not just grabbing me. But this one, just like, I had to just binge watch this shit, just like, oh, I gotta watch next episode. So Eli, let me ask you this. So you got Netflix business model of dropping TV shows, and then you got everybody else business model dropping TV shows like DC Universe and like that. So how do you prefer it? For them to drop an episode each week where we can sit down, discuss it, break it down, talk about it? Or do you just want to just dump everything at one time and you got to binge watch it before assholes on the internet just spoil everything?
Yeah, I like the week at a time. It gives us something to do, something to look forward to, instead of, you know, I hate binge watching shit and then it's over. You know, you know. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of a show that both of us watched that we were like really into.
Mandalorian.
I'll even give you one better, even better than Mandalorian. Even though Mandalorian was awesome. Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I know everybody else watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So
that was the weekly thing. Yeah.
Right. So imagine if they just dropped the entire season of Game of Thrones in one day. And you got to hurry and binge watch it before every asshole on the internet spoils everything.
Yeah, then I don't think our feelings would have been as hurt, and it wouldn't have been as torturous, I think, if we
Or maybe it would have been. Or maybe it would have been. It would have been just as torturous.
But then you get like, because Game of Thrones was like dick punch after dick punch. And you had to wait. It would always leave you, and you got to wait a year where you got like sore nuts for a year to find out what happens. And
but that's the whole point, because you got a chance to let the episode sink in.
Yeah, that's
you
why
get a chance to talk
like
about it, man. What do I think about this? What do I think about that?
Yeah,
you can't do that if Netflix drop everything just at one time, and you have to be like, you can use that theory that, okay, so they dropped it one time, I can watch episode here, watch it here. You can't do that. You can't do that, because it would take you about 10 weeks or 9 weeks to finish it. So you got 2 months to finish it if you try to do it that way. By then, everything has been spoiled. There's no point even watching after that. Yeah. So, but I mean, like I said, but if they did spread out Umbrella Academy like over 2 months or 3 months like that, I think it would give a chance for people I think it would give a chance for the people to find this audience. Like The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, because we kept talking about it over and over and over again, more people are like, well, let me just check it out, see what they have. People start getting subscriptions to Disney Plus and stuff like that, because we had a chance to like break each episode down. I don't think The Mandalorian would have been as special to us if they just would have dropped just all whatever episodes. Boom, there you go, have at it. It's more special when we got a chance to look at it. So that's my thing.
They did that with the Clone Wars too. I mean, that's what Disney does. They just drop an episode a week, and it's
right,
cool.
And give you time to like really sink in. That's my thing, because that way, I don't know. I say that, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad I got a chance to watch all of this episode at one time. But the thing is, okay, so we drop it at one time.
How many was it? How many episodes was it?
They're like 10 episodes, something like that. But
How
the
long?
thing is,
are they half hour?
Like
45?
no, they're hour. They're hour.
Okay.
50 minutes, so like that. But the point is, you got my entire timeline talking about Umbrella Academy over this weekend. But we already know, Eli, next weekend nobody's gonna be talking about the show. We will already be on to something else, talking about something else completely.
No one will give a shit about emo X-Men.
or X-Men.
Or X-Men.
Moving on past that. So, like I said, since we're talking about Disney Plus, I don't know how we got to talk about Disney Plus. Let's talk about Beyonce. Here's the thing for a comic book. Not shit. Let me delete that shit.
Yeah, My Chemical Romance and X-Men. You lost me.
Right. I was just talking to myself. There's a wall right there. I'm just talking to by myself right now. Oh man,
nothing for me there.
So yeah, but what I was talking about, we got Beyonce just dropped her new special called Black is King. Now, the thing I want to talk about to Eli, because the thing is, for being a comic book podcast, we talk about Beyonce a lot on here. It's just, I guess, just a thing, because Beyonce just always in the news. Beyonce, she take a shit, we say what color it was.
I actually worked a Beyonce show.
Really?
I was a stagehand. I like loaded out her stage.
Did you pass out when she came on stage?
Oh no, I was backstage. I could see her backstage. I was backstage while she was performing.
Okay.
Yeah, waiting for her to fall. I was like, she fucking done yet? I want to fucking leave. I had to wait, because we got to wait till the show's done. And then we load out. We're there till 2-3 in the morning, breaking down the stage. And
okay,
shit.
I just want to say this: it's Eli talking shit about Beyonce, not me. So
hey, she was just taking her sweet time. I mean,
I'm just saying, Eli, because they have this group online called.
She didn't have to do those 10 extra choruses of single ladies at the encore.
Like I said, it's Eli. It's Eli. It's not me. Attack him. Thrash Jaws at Thrash Jaws.
Yeah, bring it. No one follows me on Twitter.
It's the Beehive, Eli. It's the Beehive. They will come for you.
Come bitch at me. Yeah.
It is not. We are not allowed to blaspheme Beyonce on social media. Or bad things will happen.
I got to see her ass for a couple hours, so there you go.
Well, there you go, for a couple hours.
Thumbs up, double thumbs up.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah,
Beyonce's ass.
Not Black is King, not Jesus King. Black is King. Okay, so Black is King is the thing that Beyonce dropped on Disney Plus, and the reason we talk about this is because people were freaking the fuck out on what Beyonce was going to do. Thank you. Get it off My Chemical Romance. Well, what Beyonce was going to do, and what is she going to do with Disney Plus? Is she going to be on the Black Panther soundtrack? Is she going to be in Black Panther 2? And everybody was just freaking the fuck out for no reason. All she was going to do would just be would just do this thing or whatever she was. I guess it's like a hour and a half music video. It's like Hamilton, basically. It's like Hamilton. So that's what she's doing right now. But people are freaking out thinking that she's going to be the next Storm. She's working out a deal with Disney, you know, and it wasn't going to be that. And you know how bad it got, Eli? This is how bad it got. There was a petition that went out, and the petition was, I can't even read it.
That wasn't you. Like, was that one of yours again?
This wasn't me this time. I should have pulled that one up too, but I don't even want that one to get out there. You know, I think it's like at 85,000 signatures right now, as far as people trying to stop Beyonce from becoming Storm. She's not gonna become Storm. She was never in talks to become a Storm. Marvel is not dumb enough to make her be Storm. They're not Fox. They're not going to do this shit. When they do, or if they bring Storm in, it's going to be somebody that people, you know, the fans will actually like. Whoever that's going to be, you know. I guess we got to add on about that. Can we move on to the video game section?
Sure.
Okay. This is going to be a long one right here. Let's see. We got that. We got that. So we're going to talk about Halo.
Again?
Yeah, I guess Halo is a thing that's coming. Reason I want to talk about it briefly is because we just found out, and I think I forgot about it. Yeah, it's going to be free to play. Now, the reason it's going to be free to play, so that means, because, you know, they got this Xbox Live, right? I don't know if you got an Xbox, whatever like that. Xbox Live, $60 a year, anything like that. Halo Infinite is completely bypassing that. So it's free to play. You don't have to pay anything for it, which is good. And actually, there's a lot of rumors going around right now that Xbox Live, like as a paid subscription, that $6, that might be going away. Like even for regular Xbox. Because the thing is, like, you can play Halo Infinite on PC, and every Xbox game that is on PC right now is free. So I'm like, if I can play every Xbox game on free for PC, you know, better, that looks better, and I don't have to pay, why am I getting an Xbox for that? You know, I should just do that. It just makes more sense. So it seems like that's eventually what Xbox is going away. But just because it's going away doesn't necessarily mean a good thing. That just mean they're just going to really promote that Game Pass thing they're going right now, because that's more expensive than Xbox Live anyway. You know, so that's what we're looking forward to. And also going to be on, what's the thing? The Xbox Series X is going to be at 120 frames per second. This my mind can't fathom that. You know, imagine playing Halo, you know, in such a godly frame rate. You know, that's just me.
Man, we're going in.
We are living in the future. Now, good news for Xbox, bad news for PlayStation, because we just found some more news actually today, right before we recorded this shit. And it turns out that this Marvel game, Marvel the Avengers, you know, the Avengers coming out, is going to be on every platform, stuff like that. But Spider-Man has been announced as DLC character, and he's going to only be on PlayStation. Now, Eli, I think this is a bad move.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think a lot of things Sony is doing is bad move. I think it's bad for everybody. Now, as far as like exclusive DLC, that's always been bad. But Sony has continuously been fucking up and they're holding back everything else. The thing is, everybody wants cross-play right now. We want to play. I want to have an Xbox that I can play on PlayStation, that I can play on PC, that I can play on Nintendo Switch. And here's the thing, everybody is on board except PlayStation. They're holding everybody else back. So when people bring a new game out, they can't do it because PlayStation don't want to do it, because they're in the lead. They think they can call the shots and make the rules. And I don't think that's right, you know. So they're doing the same thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is going to be in it. So if you want to get it, you got to get.
Wasn't the Spider-Man game only on PlayStation too?
Right. I mean, but I think Sony, like, I don't know if, like I said, Sony makes a Spider-Man movie, so maybe they got some kind of deal with Spider-Man games, stuff like that, because Spider-Man hasn't been on anything but PlayStation, like, in a while. So I don't know what's going on with that. I kind of feel bad about that, but like I said, I played the Spider-Man game, I'm cool. And hell, as long as I get Black Panther on there, I'm good. So, fuck it. Plus, have no fear. Even though you're not getting Spider-Man, guess who we are getting, Eli? Hawkeye.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody's least favorite Avenger. So, that being said, can we move on to the next part of the podcast? That's all I want to talk about the video game shit. I ain't want to go long and long.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So, like I said, this is the Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about the comic books, and I guess we're going to, you know, Eli, should you go first? Because you got more shit than I do.
Are you doing Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
So
Empire.
I guess I should do first. Okay. I'm not gonna do Empire.
I'll do both tie-ins together because there's just tie-ins.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't do it. Oh well, fuck it. We'll go to this.
Number 2.
Okay.
You got number 2.
I do actually. No, we're on number 3.
Yeah, but I saw number 2 up there. So.
Yeah, Oh, so I fucked that up. That's the wrong one. Anyway, what we're gonna do is the first book I'm gonna review is actually not Empyre, but an Empyre tie-in, which is X-Men number 2. What I have up there, I think that was what I had. Anyway,
Oh, maybe that's what it said. Maybe yeah.
Was
I just saw number 2. Maybe
no
Empyre number 2.
No, I just got the wrong one. That's all. But it's cool. Okay, so X-Men number 10 is what this is. And basically what the book is about, and I think I should do that. Yeah, because that's what I usually do. So basically what the book is about, we're talking about Vulcan. Vulcan is the guy we're talking about right now. And apparently, now it's a whole lot of stuff that the book don't even get into. They're basically talking about the War Kings, which Hickman mentions zero about in this book. But the thing is about the War Kings is that it was basically Vulcan, who is Gabriel Summers, who is Cyclops' other brother that was retconned in the history not long ago, eventually went fucking nuts and took over the Shi'ar Empire. And when he did that, he got into a fight with Black Bolt, and their fight was so epic that they actually cracked a hole in the universe that they both got sucked into. So what they're doing now is it's a flashback where Gabriel Summers is actually talking to, well, he's not being talked to, he's actually being tortured by some aliens that's on the other side of the universe called the Cancerverse. And they open up his chest. And then when they open up his chest, they find it's called they say it's a fire burning inside him, which they actually see his heart is made of a freaking fireball. That's what they find from him. So they decided, you know what, we decided to do some extra shit to him. And there you go right there. You can see, and they open up his chest, and they can see a fireball in his chest. And they actually did something to him. So they did something to him where he's no longer like murderous, like a maniac anymore. Because now we see Gabriel, when he's in the Summers house, all he's doing is just laying around, having orgies and shit with a bunch of freaky X-Men chicks that, we don't even know the names of. Because they did something to his mind. So he's like docile now. So all he does now, and I don't know the name of these ex-chicks, we're just going to call them Betty and Veronica. Yeah, they want to have drinks with them. They basically, Cyclops and everybody else in the house is gone out. They on vacation. They took Wolverine with them too. So they're on vacation. And they're like, wow, they're gone. Why don't we invite like some cute mutants from Krakoa, invite them to the moon, and why don't we like really throw a party? Because that's what they are right now. They're on the Summers household is in the moon. And they've been keeping up with Empyre, which I know nobody has. The Kotati, that's the name. The Kotati, they're also on the moon. So Gabriel is just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go walk, and I'll come back for the orgy later on. But right now, I just need to clear my head, So he goes walking. He keeps walking and walking and walking until he actually gets to the green area of the moon, which is where the Kotati is at, planning their invasion. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you this picture right here. So he's walking. That's where he's seeing the green area of the moon right there. Like, ooh. Epic, So he talks to the Kotati. He can understand their language, stuff like that. And he's basically telling him, I see what y'all doing. I know y'all about to invade Earth. You don't have to do that because I already know if you invade Earth, it's not going to end well for you. And plus, and I get it because these humans, they need to die. But if you be the ones to kill them, you're not doing, what does that make you? It basically make you some bad guys. So they basically get to fighting. They fight. And they able to finally get him down, but he takes like a bunch of women before he actually goes down. And he's basically saying, I was holding back, right? I really didn't want to kill any of you guys. They were like, no, we're going to find out something more about you. So what they do is that they got this, plant that's supposed to be like some kind of true serum, and it's like going to like suck inside of him and like find out more information about him. And that's when he starts freaking out, like that. Remember like Rambo on First Blood, right before they're about to shave him and shit?
Oh yeah, the flashback and shit.
Yeah, he starts having like the weirdest flashback. He's finding out what the aliens did when they tortured him, and they basically say what they did is that like the evil version of Gabriel, they basically buried him. So the Kotati, what they're doing, they're fucking with him, and he just goes fucking nuts. He goes nuclear, just starts just blowing up shit, just starts destroying shit, fucking up everybody. I gotta go to this panel right here. Come on, give it to me. Yeah, so like I said, he's Vulcan. He conquered an entire universe a galaxy by himself. So the Kotati are nothing to him. And he pretty much kills all of them on the planet. And he basically tell you, okay, the rest of y'all get the hell out of here. And he's able to kill everybody except one of them. Only one of them are left. And the one that's left, when the other Kotati gets there, they basically say, he whispers one word, Krakoa. And they're like, okay, so when we go down there and we fuck up Earth, we need to make sure we fuck Krakoa up first. Whatever is going on down there. The end. So, yeah.
So he basically pulled a Captain Marvel.
Is that what happened in Captain Marvel book?
Well, doesn't
you're talking about the Captain Marvel movie?
No,
guess-
is that what Captain Marvel does? Is
Oh
that why
because they subdued her and she was docile, but then she realized she's more powerful than she realizes, and but he was a lot more murderous, basically. Like she just blew up a bunch of.
Do motherfuckers hate on him?
Oh no, they love Vulcan, even though he's a retcon character that shows up like in the 2000s. They love this guy.
Okay.
I mean, basically because he has orgies with mutant chicks all day. How do you hate a guy like that? Because that's what he does after this. He just has an orgy with the 2 Betty Veronica mutant chicks. I'm gonna give this book a 3 out of 5. I'm pretty sure that nothing in this book is related to anything that's gonna happen later on in Empyre or in X-Men. So it's just a throwaway filler book. It's just whatever. So
all right. I thought you were gonna do Empyre first, because I got the tie-ins.
Dude,
you want me to do both tie-ins?
You know what? Wait. No. Not yet. Not yet. Let me go ahead and do Empyre. Let me just go ahead and get
You want me
Empyre.
to do Vader? I did Vader. I did Darth Vader.
Do Vader. Okay, do Vader. Then we
All
get to it.
Well, let me pull that up now.
Okay.
I'll pull the Vader book up. Vader number 3. Darth Vader number 3. So basically what's going on, this takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader has revealed to himself that he is Luke's father. And but he's pissed off that Luke didn't join him. So now he's like, who the fuck made Luke weak? I'm gonna go and find out why Luke is such a bitch, and he wouldn't join the dark side. So he's been going around the galaxy, going to Tatooine, visiting Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen's house, trying to get information on why Luke
is a bitch.
Is a bitch and didn't,
Right.
goody two shoes and shit, a Boy Scout. He ends up finding one of Padme's decoys. They thought it was Padme at first, but no, it's a decoy. Because remember, Padme had a bunch of decoys.
This book, issue 2 came out like when?
Yeah, like a few months ago.
Okay,
I totally forgot about this. Like I totally forgot about all this. So this handmaiden, this decoy of Padme, she takes Vader back to Naboo. Because he's sort of trying to find out, and this decoy is trying to find out how Padme died. She knows Padme's dead, and she wants to know who murdered him. Her murdered Padme. So she takes Vader back to Naboo to get some information and find the disc that has the surveillance footage of Padme's apartment. And they end up in that place where they were in Attack of the Clones, where Anakin and Padme first hooked up and shit, and they were, Vader. This whole time, Vader's gotten a bunch of flashbacks. Oh, I remember this place. I remember when I fucked Padme.
All this stuff.
We were riding those big giant cow things and frolicking through the fucking fields and shit, and skipping Mary down the lawn. He's having flashbacks the whole time, remembering Padme. So they get to the palace. They find, what's his name, Typho. He was in Attack of the Clones. They find him and a couple of security guards. One of them's Typho, and they're like, "Yeah, we're trying to find out who killed Padme." They find the surveillance footage of Padme's apartment. First of all, I forgot all about this. So they end up going into one of those submarines. Remember in Phantom Menace when they go to the Gungan?
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish, right?
Yeah, basically that's probably the best part of the comic. So they're in that submarine and they get attacked by those big monsters, and it fucks up the ship. The ship breaks open. They're swimming around, and Vader fights them and force pushes them, and it's pretty cool. So Vader versus giant sea monsters, pretty cool scene. They get to the palace. They find the footage of Padme's apartment, and it shows that whole crew. Padme's decoy, Typho, a whole bunch of
Typho
people.
was a black dude, right?
He was he was like I think he was Maori. He was like Django's race. He had that thing on his eye.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah.
He was in Attack of the Clones. So they find the footage of Padme's apartment, and it's a bunch of people, and they're like, "We are going to find Padme's murder and avenge her." And then Vader's like, "Oh shit!" And and the handmaiden's like, "Hey, we know Padme went to Mustafar and never returned. Same thing with Anakin. Anakin never returned from. See, they don't know Vader is Anakin. You know,
Oh,
they're
wow.
like
Okay.
Padme and Anakin both went to fucking Mustafar and never returned. We also know that Mustafar is your home planet, Vader, to Vader. So we know you killed them. And then fucking Vader pops open his lightsaber, says, "Yeah, of course I did." And then
Wow.
and then fucking the Typho, he goes, "Oh yeah, we'll take this." And then he presses he's got like some contraption, like a button, and he presses the button, and they're in some kind of underwater dome, you know, because they're underwater, and it's just that big giant fucking monster right about to like eat that dome, and that's it. That's the last.
So basically,
panel,
he's trying to sacrifice all of them just to kill Vader.
just to kill Vader.
Wow.
And that's to be continued. It's all right. I mean, you know, here's my thing with the you know, there's really no purpose to this story. Like, do we need to know Vader? I would much rather see Vader killing Jedi instead of wondering why Luke was a good guy. You know,
right.
I don't really care. I mean, they're just spreading it thin, you know, but it's just an excuse to watch Vader in doing some action scenes, you know. Hey, it was cool seeing him fight sea monsters. So for that, it's a 3 out of 5. But is there really a purpose to this book? Not really. Just to watch watch Vader do some cool shit. So 3 out of 5.
Okay, pretty cool. Okay, so now we're gonna get to Empire.
All right.
Let's go ahead and knock it out, because I feel like I should knock this out before you get to your part on it. So let's see. So basically how the book starts off is, I'm trying to remember what happened in not episode 3, but that's X-Men. That's that. Nope. That's something else. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway. Empire. That's what's going on right now. So basically how it starts off is that the Avengers are back on Earth. The Katati are invading Earth, and all kind of crazy shit is going on right now. So basically the big three, Captain America is leading the armies of Earth in order to fight the Katati because he's Captain fucking America. Why not? Thor is off some kind of vision quest to get some kind of ultimate power to beat the Katati because that's what Thor does. And Tony Stark is trying to find some kind of ultimate. I don't know what he's doing. He's just with Reed, just doing shit, just feeling like he's fucking useless. For some reason, he also has on, you can't see it, but Back to the Future 1.21 gigawatts shirt
I
on.
noticed that. Yep.
Okay. So, and, you know, basically Reed knows all his passwords, shit like that. He's like, I know my password. Oh, the same shit Johnny did. Oh, so I'm just as stupid as Johnny is now? And that's when Reed's like, oh, so, okay, I know you just talked about my brother-in-law, called him stupid, but I'm going to let that pass, you know. While they're doing all that, this is when we get to the Wakanda scene, because like I said, the Katati about to fight the Wakanda, and it's pretty much the exact same scene from Infinity War. You know, you got the Katati like going through the big dome. You got the Wakandan soldiers, Yabingbi, you know, saying this shit over and over again.
I thought it was Yambambe. Yambambe.
That's I fucked it up. You're right. It is Yambambe. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Fuck it. So they're standing there. You got Okoye, you got Shakira, you got some fucking ape fucker. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, you got the Fantastic Four there, and you know, and Ben Grimm is just acting like, you know, what does fucking Yabambi means? You like, oh, it means onward. It means forward. And you can see like the Outriders and the Katati fighting their way through the force field and stuff like that. He was like, it means onward. Oh, and she like, what did you think it means? Well, I thought it meant it's clobbering time, and that makes you feel kind of bad. You're like, oh damn. So basically, what they're doing is they're redoing the Infinity War if the Fantastic Four were there.
Yeah.
So kind of makes you like, damn, that shit should have actually been more epic because those guys were there. So fuck it. So basically what happens going on from there while they doing all the talking, that's when Koi and Swordsman are having a conversation. They're basically like, oh, we got to take out the Avengers. The Avengers are no match for me. I can take them out, even in their leader. And that's when, you know, Swordsman basically says, oh, say his name, boy. He's the Black Panther. He's the most dangerous man on earth. Oh, and keep in mind, this is an exact reference to when Superman said that shit to Batman in one of those Justice League books, whatever like that. But basically, the point is, Black Panther knows how to stop the Death Blossoms. The shit that they use to like destroy plants, shit like that. Black Panther knows how to do it, so they basically had to take out Wakanda and Black Panther if they want to, you know, continue their evil scheme, you know. And that's when Black Panther's, you know, we see him. And while everybody in Wakanda is fighting down there, he's having a conference call, you know, with Sue Storm and She-Hulk, and basically they get he invites another Avenger over. Avenger they haven't seen in a while, and the Avenger they invite over and find is Mantis. So yes, Mantis is a former Avenger. He was an Avenger before she was even a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And if you mean you're talking about what Mantis we're talking about, yes, we're talking about that Mantis, the exact one you think we're talking about.
And that's his mom.
That's his mom. So, like I said, she's a celestial Madonna. He's a celestial Messiah. She's there. I came to get my boy. I came to get my baby. She's like, no, we're not coming to save anybody. We got to kill his ass. Like, no, we can't kill him because he's been corrupted by his father, the swordsman. His swordsman is putting all this evil shit in his head. And if we can just talk to him, we can get him taken care of, you know. And that's when Black Panther's like, yeah, I get it. Y'all want to have a conversation with him, but excuse me if I try to find another way to like settle this shit. And that's when we go back to the Kree spaceship, and that's when we got Carol the Accuser, you know, sit there with Super Skrull and Hulkling, all these folks like that. And they're basically having a conversation about what to do. And Super Skrull is trying to tell Hulkling, you know, the new emperor of this Kree Skrull army, is that he needs to destroy the sun. Just wipe them all out, because if he kills the Katati right now, right then and there, then they won't affect the rest of the universe. You need to kill this plague now while you can. And Hulk is just like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. And then that's why he's saying all this shit that's been called from Black Panther. Black Panther's just like, he's just like, oh, and before Black Panther called, they also saying that we need to get rid of all the Katati on the moon also. What we need to do, stab Carol Danvers with your space sword, which they don't call Excelsior anymore. And I thought that was kind of weird why they don't do that, but that's another story. Stab her, she'll explode, kill all the Katati, and that's all the ones on the moon. Okay, yeah, but you'll kill her. Oh, well, we don't care. You know, and that's when he gets a phone call from Black Panther.
Carol Danvers was willing to do it too.
She's willing to do it also. And Hulk is like, nah, I don't want to kill another Avenger because she's basically like one of the most powerful people we got. We need to just kill her over some stupid shit like that. So that's when Hulk gets called. And
destroy the sword at the same time.
And destroy the sword at the same time. So Black Panther calls Hulkling. He's just like, I got a plan. He's like, did your plan involve killing any Avengers? He's like, nah, I need to get your sword. He's like, you can have it. And then he just blinks it away. He like this. He like, what the fuck you do with the sword? He like, I gave it to Black Panther. He can have it. He like, because I know what you guys want me to do. Y'all want me to kill some Avengers. This shit's not gonna happen. So then that's when they get pissed off, and the two, like, you got a pursuer, whatever her name is, you got a pursuer, and you got Captain Glory or some shit. They go talking, and then when Captain Glory tells the pursuer, he was like, look, I've seen you fight before. I know a Skrull in disguise when I see one. You're like, so why are you here and why are you fighting on the Kree side? And she basically says, we're going to be fighting on the Kree side because I already knew that the Kree and the Skrull army, the union was always going to happen. I always knew that the Kree was always going to happen. And I knew it was going to happen by a certain bloodline. It's going to be my bloodline. And it turns out that she is, let me turn the page. Dun, dun, dun. Boom.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't remember her name, some weird ass Skrull name. Anyway, she is the empress of the Skrull army that's supposed to have been killed when Galactus ate the planet. This was like back in the 80s or whenever John Byrne wrote the shit like that. And basically says she's been setting this shit up the whole time. She wants Hulkling to rule for her, just to be a figurehead so she can be really behind him calling the shots. The end. Or the big continue, whatever. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my thing about this issue before you get into the tie-ins, it's dying down for me, Eli. It's dying down for me. I was like really hyped for that first issue. You know, I was really hyped for that first issue. Then the second issue, I was like, it was cool with Carol becoming an accuser. And then this issue is just basically like, I feel like all the exciting shit is happening in other books. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's why I ended up reading the other tie-ins.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because it's like, it's too much for this to be some kind of epic book, supposed to be like 5 or 6 issues. It's not a whole lot happening.
Yeah, we're halfway through it. And
most of it just explaining shit that's happening in other books.
Yeah, that shit that's going on. And because I was behind. So I read all 3 of these books in one sitting because it was a kind of a dry week for me. I was like, fuck it, I'll catch up on Empyre. I caught up and I'm like, well, shit, what else? There's nothing else I want to read. So I might as well find out what's going on going on Earth. So that's why I read the other time.
Yeah, the floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Yeah. What do you rate this?
It's a 3 out of 5 right now because the art is awesome right now, but the story is just getting more and more. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 3 out of 5 right now. I was like really, really excited for the event, and now it's just like it's not a lot of shit happening. That's the thing.
Yeah. Everything's happening in everywhere else.
Right.
So yeah, I read a couple of tie-ins. I read the Captain America and the Captain Marvel. I was about to read the Savage Avengers until I flipped through it and saw Conan watching a wrestling match, and I'm like, "Fuck that! I don't give a shit."
Damn.
So I guess I'll do Captain America.
Okay.
So, as you well know, the Kotati has invaded Earth. They're killing all the humans because humans suck. There's a battle. They're in DC. They're the army, the military, the U.S. military is getting overwhelmed by the Kotati. Captain America shows up and starts kicking ass. The leader, the general, the Kotati general, what's his name? She Quanth or something like that.
See, I never got his name. I never knew his name.
Yeah. So, he's like fucking up the military, but then a sniper takes him out.
Oh shit!
Takes out the general, the Kotati, She Quanth or whatever. But right before he dies, a bunch of vines comes out of his hands, and one of them goes into the sniper guy's mouth. But then he dies. The general, She Quanth, dies. So then the sniper's like, "Oh, whoa, that was close. I thought he was about to kill me," because the vines started going in his mouth. Then Captain America's like, "Hey, you guys did good." So they go to the Pentagon or wherever. Because there's a battle going on. DC's under attack by the Kotati. They go save they go back up the Pentagon squad, take out the Kotati, and it's like, okay, Cap's like, okay, we drove them back for now, but that's not gonna last. You guys got enough air support and backup to hold this place down. But the big fight is in South America. So because this is a global thing, we gotta go on the front line. So he goes to the major or the general, the military general, and he's like, "Hey, I need a squad. I need a battalion of guys to go back up South America." And the general's like, "No, I ain't giving up any of my men to go fight in another country that's not America." And Cap is like, "What the fuck? This is a global threat. We need every human. They're here to wipe out all of humanity. We need every human possible. Every human that dies is just a dent in our forces. We need to go back up South America." So nope, that's not our country. I'm not giving American lives for another, you know what I'm getting at.
Right.
You
were gonna do a big Captain America speech, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking give up American lives to go fight, go defend some other country. So Captain America's like, okay, well, fuck this. He goes out to the squad of guys. "Hey, I'm Captain America. I never follow the rules. You know how I am. We're going to go and back up South America because that's where the real fight is. They got it covered here. We got to go and, turn the tide of this battle." So he takes off. Meanwhile, the sniper guy, he's feeling sick. The guy who got the vine in his mouth, he's feeling sick. He goes to the general and is like, "What the fuck? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be in here. This is off limits, private," and all that shit. And then all of a sudden, a fucking like a plant, he ends up mutating. I'll try to get that he ends up like fucking like doing some like thing shit, like comes out of his mouth and kills the general.
Oh, like some alien shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Xenomorphs,
plant swamp thing shit.
Right.
And then we cut to South America, and the Kotati, they're in the rainforest, and they're like raising it. They're like saving the rainforest. They're like, because there's plants. So they're like, and one of the Kotati like basically lets his like pods or seeds go, and they float into the air, and they go into like this mountain here, the seeds.
Yeah.
And then the mountain turns into this big giant fucking monster.
Okay, that's a Captain America book, right?
That's the Captain America.
Why is it way more exciting shit happening than the main fucking book? Got plant monsters raising the Amazon forest and shit like that. Meanwhile, they're just talking and shit, in the
main story. Yeah.
Right.
So to be continued. And I was like, damn, that was pretty cool.
See, this is the problem what Marvel is doing right now. If you're gonna have the cool shit, have the cool shit in the main book. Don't be throwing all the cool shit in the other books. So I don't know, man.
This was fun. This was 4 out of 5. We got Cap being the badass that he is.
I mean, he's built for war. He's made for war.
Yeah.
So this is right up his alley.
Yeah, he's doing Cap shit. He's like, no, I'm gonna disobey orders. I'm not gonna follow the rules because the rules are made up by these assholes like Tony Stark. Fuck them. I'm gonna go do what's right. So y'all got my back. And he takes it's like another Howling Commando. They even say,
Right.
yeah, we're like Howling Commandos, and they're gonna go to South America.
Cap is in his element.
Got some cool plant swap thing monster shit going on. This reminds this kind of reminds me of what I'm liking about the Empyre storyline. I actually like the Kotati as a villain. I think
I keep going, because honestly, Eli, I want you what you're about to say, and I think I know what you're about to say is the main reason I want you to read this book. Okay, go for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, the Kotati are like the environment. They're like the earth fighting back.
Exactly.
Their nature fighting back against civilization. That has cut down, it's an environment. It's an allegory for environmental destruction and nature retaking.
I'll take it a step further. I think it's about colonialism.
Okay,
because the Kree and the Skrull both combined to conquer them at one point at a time.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
With imperialism. So it's basically like, okay, we got to do it because they wiped them off the planet. They wiped them out of the universe. And I saw that
about that.
I saw what I read, and it was kind of clear what they're doing. I mean, just look at the architecture they have, what the Kotati is doing, and make them look like that. And then it's like, okay, they wipe these people out, they subjugated them, they think they control them. They're combining as a empire. The name of the story is Empyre.
Yeah.
So it's empirical what they're doing. So you have these two empires trying to fight them. It's basically, you can almost say it's like a revenge. What if these people that were conquered had a do-over to do this shit?
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't even think about that. And I'm native, and I'm like, no shit. But
so I was like, I need Eli to read this shit so he can, because I don't want to say it until you read it.
Yeah,
first,
I just thought of this is nature, this is the earth, this is plant life,
right? Which is that?
Yeah, and that's inherently an indigenous point of view because they were cultivators of the land. They lived in balance with the land and nature. So that actually makes sense. Damn, I didn't even think about that.
The conquered has become the conquerors. Basically, that's what this story is.
I'm just like, it's another fucking Marvel fucking event, whatever.
Right. And for the most part it is, but I feel like it's some deeper shit they are dealing with. Now how far they take it, we only halfway through the story yet. We don't know. I'm just pissed off that only half of the shit, the most exciting shit is happening in other books instead of the main shit. That's all I'm pissed off about. So
yeah, and what this reminded me of though, the Kotati, Spawn. It reminded me of this Spawn storyline that happened back in the 90s, where what is it, the Green World or whatever? Basically, Earth.
Yeah.
Earth is another realm, a natural realm, the green, the plant realm, and they're the mother and the keeper. They're they finally got to Al Simmons and they're like, okay, enough of you angels and devils fighting this bullshit war over souls, because all you guys are doing are fucking up our realm, the Earth realm. This battle is taking place on our fucking turf while you guys fight over fucking souls. Enough of this shit, or we're gonna destroy the Earth and kill all the fucking people here, and you guys ain't gonna get any fucking souls. And I thought that was so fucking awesome. This is 20 years ago. Spawn. That's why I ended up reading the Spawn book this week.
Right. It's almost like the COVID virus going on right now. It's almost like some people are saying that the COVID virus is basically the Earth defending itself right now from us, because we are the virus.
Yeah, it was a matter of time,
Because ever since the virus came out, we are in a bad position right now, but the Earth is healthier. You got less air pollution. The Earth is fixing itself with the virus. Either you guys are going to fix this shit or we're going to fix it for you. That's basically what Mother Earth is telling us right now,
Yeah. So I really dig that concept. Yeah, the Empyre book is okay, But I've dug the Captain America book. And you know what? Let's get in. Yeah, since we're talking about the other tie-in I read, Captain Marvel.
Because it seemed like there's a lot going about her. Because she, like I said, she is part of the Empire now. You know?
She is an accuser. And we're gonna see her. That's basically what happens. You know, in this book, Hulkling is like, you know, because the Kree and the Skrull, they're like, okay, Hulkling's our leader. He's got to stop. He's got to prove himself. That's what they're doing. He's got to prove himself. He's got to show that he's not weak. So what does he do? He takes Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and is like, okay, since you're an accuser, you got to go do. You got to prove yourself. You got to go accuse. So I'm gonna give you a mission. There's this planet, this unionized Kree Skrull planet, that's being fucked up by a renegade Kree soldier. She's fucking up the place. I need you to go and accuse her ass and sentence her. So Captain Marvel goes to this planet. It's all destroyed. It was supposed to be like a haven, you know, it was supposed to be a haven for Kree and Skrulls, but now it's destroyed. She goes to the planet, finds this chick, you know, and she's like fucking going on a rampage, shooting up the place. And she just shows up and is like, okay, I'm Carol the accuser, or Carol, or whatever her name is, the accuser. and the chick with the gun, like, oh, okay, I give up, you know, I surrender. And Carol was like, oh shit, I thought this was going to be a battle, a fight. And she's like, no, I've always wanted to see you, and I am honored to be accused by you. And Carol's like, okay. And then she uses that hammer, and it like basically gives her the truth or whatever. She sees this chick's past. You know, she goes and sees her life. It turns out that this warrior woman, this Kree woman, was like an experiment. She was like a living weapon. She was made with all this DNA to be a weapon. And it turns out that the Kree DNA that was used for her was Carol's mother. So this is Carol's sister.
Wow. Whoa. Okay. So she got to accuse her sister?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And Carol's like, oh shit, you're my sister. She's like, yep. I always heard about you, and I always wanted to fucking meet you. But now I finally get to meet you. So do it. She goes, why didn't you tell me you were my sister in the first place? She goes, because I don't want to put any bias on you. I don't want to like cloud your judgment. I'm here to die like a warrior. Do as you will. I just finally got to lay eyes on you. And you know, now seal my fate. And she like kneels down to get, you know, to die. And Carol, like, okay, raises the hammer and bam. And then it cuts to, you know, the spaceship flying away. And Carol's like thinking, yeah, me and the Krull or the Krull.
you could buy two species.
Me and the Scree. Me and the Kree have a complicated relationship, and it's about to get a lot more complicated. And then it cuts. Her sister's in the cockpit with her, so she didn't kill her. She didn't accuse her, and that's where the book ends. So I thought I enjoyed this as well. I had no problem with it. I thought it was interesting to see what Carol is doing during all this shit, and that little bit of human drama. I was into it. 3 out of 5. You know.
So we reviewed a Captain Marvel comic.
I did, yeah.
We're gonna get attacked so hard by the comic gators now. We are SJWs.
It's 5 out of 5, just to piss off all those comics gating sissy boys. 5 out of 5, motherfuckers.
And here's the thing: they can't even hate Captain Marvel anymore because you know why? Because Brie Larson has a YouTube channel, and she's like doing this shit all day.
Is that like real? That's not Photoshop?
That's real. That's real. I actually watched the video for research purpose, of course.
Research, okay.
Exactly. So yeah, that's her. They can't even hate him because they're confused. Like, I hate Captain Marvel, but I like her yoga videos. So it's like you gotta pick your battles. And can we please stop acting like Brie Larson is that hot, man? Brie Larson I'm just saying she's up there. She's with, like, we keep talking about Scarlett Johansson and Elizabeth Olsen like that. Brie Larson's in that category, but they don't want to admit that.
Hey, Envy Adams. I love Envy Adams. So
there you go.
I heart Envy Adams.
Right. So I don't know. They're confused.
All
My
those
brain
comics.
hates her, but my boner loves her. I'm so
Yeah.
confused. What's that
Those
shit? Yeah, like I have the weirdest boner, whatever the fuck Donald Glover said.
Oh, and the comic skater like hate stroking to her.
Right. I don't know how to feel right now. Oh man. All right, so next one we're going to review no more Empyre. We're done with Empyre. I guess we're going to do Cable number 2. Okay, now I got a confession to make. We were supposed to record this last night, but the reason we didn't because of two things. One, I ate too much sugar last night and fell asleep. But before I fell asleep,
were you eating donuts?
wasn't eating donuts. I don't know what the fuck I was eating. I know it was a lot of sugar because I woke up and I thought I had a lot of sugar. But not only that, I was reading Cable number 2. So that combination of both put me to sleep. So hopefully I won't do that while I'm reviewing this book. So basically what happened in Cable number 2, you got these two mutants that are not living on Krakoa. They're living just on American soil, I think in Oklahoma or wherever. I don't know where they were. Anyway, the baby gets kidnapped. So the baby kidnaps one person that don't like child kidnapping, and that's Cable because he was a victim of child kidnapping also. So he does this, if a baby gets kidnapped, I'm going to be the one to blah, blah, blah. And you know, it's the teenage Cable. It's not the cool, badass Cable. And, you know, the cops just like, look, Cable, I don't care if you can, a mutant that can shoot lightning out of your ass. You're regular, stay out of my way, stay out of my jurisdiction, all this stuff like that. So while he's doing all that, Cable is actually dating the Stepford Cuckoos. Which one? All 5 of them. He doesn't care. This Cable is a playboy now. So he does this. I don't remember what happened in this book. All I remember is that at the end of it, Emma Frost is pissed off. She goes to Cyclops saying, I don't like your son dating all 5 of my girls. Have a conversation with him. He's like, okay. Oh, and he gets to fighting with, remember Rom, the Space Knight?
Really?
Back in the 80s?
Yeah.
Not Rom,
Oh,
but some dudes like Rom.
because I say I thought Rom was on IDW now or so.
Well, that's the thing, because Rom back in the 80s used to be, you know, Marvel used to do
Yeah.
his comics. But they kept those comics in continuity. I don't know why. So the thing is, so the Space Knights are still a thing. Even though Rom is not there, the Space Knights is still a thing. So last issue, whenever that shit came out, Cable found one of their swords. They heard the sword, so they decided to fly to Earth, and they fought Cable. They were like, give me the sword. Cable was like, I'm not gonna get the sword. You give me the sword. Let's fight. The end. Yeah. Some other shit happens, but I can't remember. Oh, and Cyclops shows up. This is why I fell asleep. Because I read this book and I was like, what the fuck am I reading, man? I'm sorry. I know I'm X-Men because you feel like you have to read a X-Men book to know what's going on because, you know, Hickman weaving this web, you know, this tapestry. So you feel like you missed one book. Like, you know, X Factor came out this week. And I already know what the fuck that's about. That's about they can't bring anybody back unless they can prove that the other person is dead. So they just do an investigation to make sure the person dead, whatever. So I didn't read that shit. So overall, this book, 2.5 out of 5. It put me to sleep. Hopefully everybody listening didn't put you to sleep. Eli, I see you dozing off over there. So fuck
I'm
this
surprised I got a 2 for putting you to sleep.
The artwork was somewhat okay, but the story just like, I would look back who wrote this shit because I'm like, this the guy they got right? Because now I feel like we're getting the bottom of the barrel of the X-Men books now. Like first they came in swinging, it came in hot. Now it's just like, okay, it's hot. Let's just throw in every X fucking book we can throw in. Let's throw in Cable. Let's throw in X-Force. Let's throw in X Factor. Let's throw in Hellions. What the fuck is a Hellions? I don't know what that shit is. It's like, it don't have X in it. They're like, fuck it, just throw the shit in there. So I don't know. What you got next?
I'll do that Spawn. What is it? 308?
308, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
Okay.
yeah. So forgive me. I haven't been keeping up with. I've read like issue 300 and read like a couple more issues after that before I follow, like I always do. I always fall off a Spawn, and then when I'm bored, I jump back on. So basically, I'm not sure what's going on. All I know from this book, there's some kind of battle happened, and Al Simmons opened the portals to hell, and now a bunch of hell spawns are coming out, and Nathan Wynn wants to get these hell spawns and start influencing them to help them battle Al Simmons. And Cog is like, okay, I'll help you. Cogliostro. Or what's his name?
Yeah, you said it right. You said it right. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So he's like, okay, Al Simmons got some medieval Spawn armor. So he's like, yeah, we're gonna get ready. He's got She Spawn and what's that dude's name? That other character, I can't remember his name.
The Redeemer.
Yeah, I think that's his name. They're like getting ready, and Al Simmons got medieval Spawn armor, so they're getting ready to go. Then we cut to this town in New Mexico, and this dude, his name is Javier. He's at a bar, he's drinking, and then it shows the rest of the bar is dead. He killed all the fucking the whole bar. He shot them all up, and then the place is surrounded by cops. And like, we know you're in there, Javier. Come out with your hands up. Blah 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 blah. Turns out that Javier is a spawn, is a hell spawn.
That's he's one too. Okay.
Yeah. Cog shows up and say, hey, you know, you can't just take over bodies. You know, every body you take over is going to deteriorate. You got about 48 hours before that body deteriorates and you can't use it anymore. So you better come with me and I'll show you how to, you know, I'll show you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
They go outside. All the cops are dead. So that's basically, so Cog in this, and then the Javier takes his body off and it's Gunslinger Spawn. And I was like, oh shit.
What the hell is a gunslinger? What the hell is a gunslinger spawn?
He's another hell spawn, only he's a cowboy. He's a gunslinger. He's a cowboy gunslinging hell spawn from the old West. You know?
Okay.
And he's like, okay. And then there's these things called hellhound agents, and they're like werewolves. So like I don't know what's going on in the
what
Spawn.
the fuck, man? Is Al Simmons even in this book?
Yeah, he got the medieval Spawn armor. You know, I was like, damn, all this cool shit's happened. And I'm like, damn, I should read more Spawn. Every time I read a Spawn book, I'm like, damn, I should read more of this. And then
so Thomas
Spawn
is still writing it, right? I know he's not drawing it.
Writing and drawing. Yes, the art is dope. Fucking yeah,
wait,
it's still.
But Carter's not drawing it, is he?
Is he? I thought he was.
I don't think he hadn't drawn a Spawn book in
script and plot. No, Ken Lashley. Oh, he's doing the inks.
Oh, but Ken Lashley is drawing Spawn now.
Ken Lashley and Todd's doing the inks.
Okay. Because the thing is, if nothing else, you're gonna have like a high end, like a high caliber guy drawing those books. Like Capullo started from that shit, you know.
Yeah. And it's still got, you know, it's Todd writing, so it's still got that over dramatic Todd McFarlane. Every time I read a Spawn book, I hear Todd's voice. You know,
right? Like cut some of those words out, you know.
Yeah. But I enjoyed this. This is a 4 out of 5. I don't know what's happening, but it was cool. You know,
I mean, and then there's the artwork's gonna be cool. So
yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like I said, it's like, damn, I should read more Spawn because this was a lot of fun. Why?
And Spawn is the longest running indie comic, you know, continuous series of all time. So
like, yeah, why the fuck am I reading death metal? This is dope.
Right. Like death metal is trying to be like this.
Yes, yeah. They got Capullo.
Right, that's the thing.
They're turning Batman into Spawn. That's all that death metal.
That's all they're doing. Raising the dead and all this shit. So
yeah, fucking yeah, monsters and shit. This was cool. You know, I might check out the next issue. Who knows? So yeah, 4 out of 5 for the new Spawn.
All right, so I'm booked out. You got anything else? Or?
No, the only thing I read was the Ninja Turtle annual.
Okay,
I had no idea what was going on. The Ninja Turtles ain't even in it.
What's the point?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. It's Shredder. I guess he's back from the dead somehow.
Again? Okay.
So, and somehow the Rat, I don't even know who the Rat King is.
You don't know the Rat King? Yeah, the Rat King. He was on the old show.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Must have been, yeah. I didn't really watch the TV show.
I had his toy.
So. Shredder's daughter's head of the Foot Clan and the
Karai, yeah, okay.
And then Leatherhead shows up.
Good guy, bad guy.
He's the mutant crocodile guy, but he has he's a bad guy, but he has the
because sometimes he teams up with him, so you know.
But he has the Krang monster inside him.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. That's confusing.
I didn't know what was going on, so I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't know what was happening. But the reason why I read it was an annual, so I'm thinking, oh, it's a greatest hits. But
right, because annuals usually supposed to be a one-shot story you can get in, get out, and that's it. But
and I read this and I'm like, this feels like, you know, another continuation. I didn't know what was happening, you know, didn't feel like an annual. So yeah.
And so that's why I'm excited for The Last Ronin.
Yeah.
Now, we got to do a big blow up for The Last Ronin. Now, what I'm hearing is The Last Ronin won't have anything to do with this shit you just talked about. It's made by Mirage Studios, by the original guys that made Teenage Mutant Turtle. They don't read this IDW shit. They just going to do their shit, and that's it.
Eastman and Laird back together. We'll have to order some pizza.
Cowabunga, or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, that's going to be a book that actually a lot of people are excited for, Eli. So, The Three Jokers and The Last Ronin are two books we're going to have to like really concentrate on when they come out. You know, because those are things like people actually give a shit about, not, you know, whatever the fuck we just do. That being said, if you listen this long, if you like, share, subscribe. We have other podcast. I don't know. Shit. I know we got these comics, and that's all I know about. Oh,
Geek Sabs is kind of on hiatus right now till we figure out what's going on, and
it's
right
a
now,
lot of
go check out our YouTube. I've been putting more of our old stuff on YouTube, so go to the Geek Sabs YouTube channel and subscribe to that and hear some of our older clips. So that's what I've been doing lately.
Right. So you got older clips on there. If you've been trying, we've had some complaints about our last two episodes that have not been on Spotify or iTunes, anything like that. We understand that issue was going on. So yes, I have fixed that problem for now. Where we are back on Spotify. This episode will be on Spotify either tonight or tomorrow. Don't know what's going on. iTunes is still an issue going on right now, but it will happen. And I at least have the first 60 episodes of Comic Book Bullies on Spotify right now. If you want to go back and listen to old stuff, I've listened to Eli. We come a long way.
Yeah,
I've been listening to each indivial episode while loading them on. Like that, I was like, damn, you can hear the progression. You know. Yeah. So, anything else you got to add? Or?
No, I'm good.
All right, so yeah, that's nothing in the books. This is episode 160. We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.
Cheer. Rihanna. Good girl going bad. Take 3. Action. Ho. No clouds in my stones. Let it rain. I hydroplane in the vein. Coming down like a Dow Jones. When the clouds come, we gone. We Rockefellers, we fly higher than weather, and G5s are better. You know me, in anticipation for precipitation, stack chips with a rainy day. Jay, Rain Man is back with Little Miss Sunshine. Rihanna, where you at?
You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you still be my star. Baby, 'cause in the dark, you can't see shiny cars.